When does cheating in a video game stop being just cheating? When does it become something else? Something that can get you handcuffed, thrown in a police car, fingerprinted, photographed, and put in front of a judge. Hey everyone, before we dive into today's story, I want to take a moment to say something. This video took a lot of time to put together. Researching the sources, fact-checking every detail, writing the script, recording, editing. It's a process. Please take a second to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It helps more than you know. Now, let's get into the story. We've all been there. You're playing Pubg, you're in the final circle, you've got good positioning, you're feeling confident, and suddenly, headshot through a wall. From across the map, you watch the kill cam, and there it is. The crosshair snapping onto your head, following you through solid objects, locking on like a heat-seeking missile. Or maybe you're in free fire. You're about to clutch. Your heart is pounding. Your hands are sweating. And some guy just flies across the map, speed hacking, moving faster than anything in the game was designed to handle. You can't even aim at him because he's literally moving faster than your screen can render. We get annoyed. We report them. Maybe we type something angry in the chat. Maybe we rage a little. Then we queue up for the next match and try to forget about it. But in 2025, in a country you might not expect, two gamers found out that cheating wasn't just against the rules anymore. It was against the law. This is the story of Tokyogurl and Cheerio, two Thai esports players who tried to cheat at the Southeast Asian Games. What happened next? The arrests, the trials, the prison sentences sent shockwaves through the entire gaming world. But that's not the only story. We're also going to talk about a Minecraft speedrunner named Dream, 30 million subscribers, one of the biggest creators in the world, and the speedrun that made everyone ask, did he cheat? We'll talk about free fire tournaments, Pubg bans, Roblox exploiters, and the billion-dollar industry that's trying to catch them all. Because whether you're playing on a phone in a coffee shop or competing on a stage in front of millions, cheating has consequences. I'm Joker, and tonight we're going behind the mask. First, let's talk about what the SEA Games actually are. Unless you're from Southeast Asia, you might not know how big this is. The Southeast Asian Games, or SEA Games for short, is basically the Olympics for Southeast Asia. Every 2 years, thousands of athletes from 11 countries come together to compete. Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, the Philippines, Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, Brunei, and Timor-Leste. 11 nations, hundreds of events, millions watching. This isn't some minor regional competition. The SEA Games has been running since 1959, 66 years of history. Medal ceremonies with national anthems, flags raised, crowds cheering. Athletes representing their countries on an international stage. Last since 2019, esports has been part of that. Esports video games are now considered legitimate enough to stand alongside swimming, athletics, gymnastics, and boxing. Professional gamers are athletes. They train, they have coaches, they have nutritionists, they have psychologists, they have national pride on their shoulders. In 2025, the SEA Games were hosted by Thailand. The pressure was enormous. Thailand takes esports seriously. They have dedicated esports stadiums, government funding, national training program, and they were hosting the biggest sporting event in the region. The esports competition included 4 games. Pay attention to the last one on this list, because that's where everything went wrong. First, FC Online, the soccer game. EA Sports, huge in Southeast Asia. Second, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, the mobile MOBA that basically owns the Philippines and Indonesia. Millions of players, massive esports scene. Third, Free Fire, the battle royale that took over the world on mobile. 100 million players, Garena's crown jewel. Fourth, Arena of Valor, another mobile MOBA from the same company that made Honor of Kings. Big in Thailand, big in Vietnam, big in Taiwan. And this was the game where the scandal happened. On the Thai Women's Arena of Valor team, there was a player named Nafat Warasan. She was 29 years old, known online as Tokyogurl, popular streamer, attractive. The press loved calling her a hot girl gamer, which is its own kind of problematic, but that's a different conversation. She had a following, she had sponsors, she had endorsements. She was living the dream that millions of gamers aspire to, getting paid to play video games. She was representing her country at the biggest sporting event in Southeast Asia. She was on the verge of something great, and she was about to throw it all away. For what? A chance to win? A medal? A moment of glory that would have been built on a lie? We'll get to what happened in a moment. But first, let's talk about the people who cheat in our games, the ones we encounter every day. Because the story of Tokyogurl and Cheerio might seem extreme, but it's part of a much larger pattern. A pattern that affects all of us. Before we get to the big scandal, let's talk about the cheating we all see every day in the games we love. If you've played PUBG Mobile for more than 5 minutes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're in a match. You've looted. You've rotated. You're feeling good. And then you see someone moving across the map at the speed of light. They're not running. They're not driving. They're teleporting. One frame, they're on the hill. The next frame, they're behind you. The next frame, they're looting your corpse. That's speed hacking. It's one of the most common cheats in PUBG Mobile. The game has physics. It has movement mechanics. It has rules. And hackers just ignore them. They break the game's fundamental rules because they can. Or maybe you've seen the other classic, aimbot. You're watching the kill cam, and the crosshair isn't moving like a human. It's snapping instantly from one head to another. No hesitation, no adjustment, just perfect accuracy every time, every bullet. PUBG Mobile's anti-cheat system caught over 2 million accounts cheating in a single month. 2 million accounts in 1 month. And that's just the ones they caught. Then there's Free Fire, Garena's battle royale. Over 100 million active players. And the cheating there is just as bad. Aimbots, wall hacks, damage hacks, invisibility. There's even a cheat that lets you see enemies through walls called ESP, or wall hacks. So you always know exactly where everyone is. The Free Fire India Championship in 2021 was supposed to be a big deal. $100,000 in prize money. Teams from across India competing. In the closed qualifiers, the anti-cheat system detected a player using hacks. His name was Ayush. He was on a team called Team Old School. The team was banned from the tournament. Ayush was banned from all Garena competitions for a full year. They lost their spot in the league stage. The team that replaced them was Stone Crushers. They got to compete because someone else got caught cheating. Team Old School didn't go to jail. They didn't get arrested, but they lost their chance, their reputation, their spot in a tournament with $100,000 on the line. And for what? For Ayush to have an advantage that he didn't need if he was actually good enough to compete. But the cheating doesn't stop at battle royales. Let's talk about Roblox. Roblox has over 200 million monthly active players. Most of them are kids, and kids will try anything to get ahead. There are hundreds of Roblox exploits out there. They let you fly through walls, give yourself unlimited money, see through solid objects, all the usual stuff. Roblox's anti-cheat system, called Hyperion, is sophisticated. But when someone gets banned on Roblox, it's not just a slap on the wrist. You get banned for 1 day, then 3 days, then 7 days, then a permanent ban. Here's the thing that connects all these games. Pubg, Free Fire, Roblox, Minecraft. The thing that Tokyogurl and Cheerio found out the hard way. In casual play, cheating gets you banned. In professional play, cheating gets you banned and disgraced. But in international competition, cheating can get you arrested. That brings us back to December 2025, to Bangkok, Thailand, to a match that was supposed to be a moment of glory for the Thai esports team, to the moment when everything went wrong. December 15th, 2025, the SEA Games, Bangkok, Thailand. The Arena of Valor Women's Tournament is underway. Semi-finals, Thailand versus Vietnam. Two countries with a long, intense rivalry in esports. Vietnam is strong. Thailand is the host. The pressure is enormous. The match is being held at Sala Phra Kiao, a historic building at Chulalongkorn University. It's a beautiful venue. Cameras everywhere. Officials watching. Thousands of fans online. This is the big stage. During the match, something catches the referee's attention. The referee notices Nafat Warasim, Tokyogurl, doing something strange. She keeps switching her phone screens, switching, fidgeting, like she's hiding something. Her hands are moving in ways that don't match the gameplay. The referee approaches, checks her device, and finds something that stops the entire tournament. Discord, the communication app, open on her tournament phone. For those who don't know, Discord is a platform where gamers talk, text chat, voice chat, screen sharing. In this case, someone was watching her game remotely, in real time. Someone else was playing for her. Here's how it worked. Tokyogurl had a partner, a 23-year-old gamer named Kong Sutpram. His online name was Cheerio. Before the match, Tokyogurl switched to a phone that had Discord installed. Cheerio logged into her game account remotely. He could see her screen. He was supposed to play the match for her, to control her character, to make the decisions, to win, while she sat there, on stage, in front of cameras, pretending to play. But plans don't always work. During the match, tournament organizers detected an irregular login. Someone was accessing Tokyogurl's account from a different location, a location that wasn't the stadium. They changed the password immediately. Cheerio got kicked out. Tokyogurl was left on stage, holding a phone with the world watching, suddenly having to play the match herself. After her partner had been kicked out, after the scheme had been discovered, the Thai team was disqualified on the spot. The entire Thai Women's Arena of Valor team had to withdraw from the games. National embarrassment, international scandal. The headlines wrote themselves. Thai esports player caught cheating at SEA games. Shame on the national stage. Disqualified for dishonor. Tokyogurl and Cheerio weren't the first people to cheat in esports. They weren't even the first people to cheat at the SEA Games. In 2019, at the Philippines SEA Games, 2 players were caught using mobile phones to cheat in Mobile Legends. They were disqualified. That was it. Disqualification. Public shame. End of story. But this time was different, because the Thai government decided to make an example of them. The news exploded across Thailand. The SEA Games is not just a tournament, it's a point of national pride. Thailand was hosting. The eyes of Southeast Asia were on them. The government had invested millions in the games. They had built new stadiums. They had promoted the event for years. Now, one player had humiliated the entire country on an international stage. The Thai Esports Association didn't hesitate. Within days, Tokyogurl Cheerio were banned from all competitions forever. Lifetime bans. They would never compete professionally again. Not in Thailand, not in the region, not anywhere that recognized Thai esports sanctions. But that was just the beginning. The Thai government decided to get involved. Police raided their homes. You're a gamer. You've been competing for years. You've built a following. You've got sponsors. One morning, there's a knock at your door. It's not a delivery. It's the police, with a warrant, here to seize your computers, your phones, your evidence. Both were arrested. Handcuffs, police cars, booking, fingerprints, mugshots. The charges were under Thailand's Computer Crime Act, Article 10, jointly and unlawfully disclosing confidential information to access the competition system. Article 5, unlawfully accessing data protected by security measures. They weren't just being punished by the esports organization. They weren't just banned from tournaments. They were being prosecuted by the state for cheating in a video game. Some people might say that's too harsh. It's just cheating. It's just a game. But the Thai government saw it differently. They saw it as fraud, as deception, that affected the integrity of a national competition, as damage to the reputation of the country. There's precedent for this. In 2012, in South Korea, a professional StarCraft player named Lee Sung-hyun was arrested for match fixing. He intentionally lost matches in exchange for money. He was sentenced to 18 months in prison. In South Korea, esports is a national sport. Cheating is a crime. Thailand was sending a message. The same rules apply here. February 2026. The trial begins. Both Tokyogurl and Cheerio confessed. The evidence was overwhelming. Phone records, IP addresses, chat logs, Discord messages, screenshots. The police had everything. The gaming world watched. This was the first time something like this had happened in Southeast Asia. The first time a professional gamer was facing actual prison time for cheating. On March 17, 2026, the court delivered its verdict. 6 months in prison. The judge gave them 6 months, reduced to 3 because they cooperated with the investigation, plus a fine. 24,000 baht each, about $740. The sentence wasn't suspended. It wasn't probation. It wasn't community service. It was actual detention. They were going to serve time in a real facility. Under Thai law, if you're sentenced 3 months or less, you can serve in a detention center instead of a prison. Still locked up, still criminals, still with a record that follows you for the rest of your life. Tokyogurl was 29 years old. She had built a career as a streamer. She had fans. She had sponsors. She had a future. In one match, in one moment of poor judgment, she lost everything. Her career was over. Her reputation was destroyed. Her sponsors were gone. Many of her fans turned on her. The comments section on every news article was filled with people calling her a disgrace, a cheater, an embarrassment, and she was going to jail. Cheerio was 23, a young man with his whole life ahead of him, now a convicted felon with a criminal record that would follow him to every job application, every background check, every opportunity. The judge's statement was brief but brutal. She said the defendants were aware that what they did was wrong but still chose to do it, that they violated the fair play principles of the competition, that they caused damage to the reputation of Thai esports. Damage to the reputation of Thai esports. That phrase carried weight. In Thailand, esports is still building its legitimacy. It's still fighting to be taken seriously. When something like this happens, it sets everything back. When you cheat, you're not just cheating yourself, you're cheating everyone who believed in you, everyone who supported you, everyone who wanted to see you succeed, your teammates, your coaches, your country. After the verdict, Tokyogurl posted a brief statement online. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I accept the consequences. 3 months in a detention center. That's where she is now as we're recording this. Somewhere in Thailand. Away from her computer. Away from her fans. Away from everything she built. But Tokyogurl and Cheerio aren't the only people who faced consequences for cheating. There's another story, a much bigger story that shook the gaming world to its core. It's about a guy you might have heard of. His name is Dream. If you follow Minecraft at all, you know who Dream is. If you don't follow Minecraft, you might still know who he is. At the time of this story, he had 14 million subscribers on YouTube. Now he has over 30 million. He's one of the biggest creators in the world. He sells merchandise. He does stadium tours. He's a legitimate phenomenon. In 2020, he got caught. In the Minecraft speedrunning community, there's a category called the random seed category. You try to beat the game as fast as possible with a randomly generated world. It's about skill, but it's also about luck. You need certain items to appear. You need certain structures to spawn. The community tracks the fastest times. They have leaderboards. They have moderators who verify every run. In October 2020, Dream uploaded a speedrun. His time was good, possibly the best ever. The moderators started looking at the numbers. To beat Minecraft quickly, you need two things: ender pearls and blaze rods. Ender pearls are dropped by piglin trading. The normal drop rate is about 4.7%. Blaze rods are dropped by blazes. The normal drop rate is about 50%. In Dream's run, his ender pearl drop rate was 16%, more than triple the normal rate. His blaze rod drop rate was 69%, almost 20% higher than normal. Could this happen by chance? Technically, yes. Anything could happen. But the speedrun moderation team did the math. 1 in 7.5 trillion. 7.5 trillion. For comparison, that's like winning the lottery 20 times in a row. That's like flipping a coin and having it land on heads 52 times in a row. It's not going to happen. The moderators removed Dream's run from the leaderboards. They released a detailed report explaining their methodology. They showed their work. They invited scrutiny. Dream responded. He denied it completely. He said he had never cheated. He said the moderators had made a mistake. He said they had a personal vendetta against him. He hired a statistician, a Harvard astrophysicist. The statistician published a report claiming the odds were actually 1 in 10 billion. Still astronomically impossible, but slightly less impossible. But the speedrunning community wasn't buying it. They pointed out flaws in the Harvard report. They double-checked the math. They stood by their original conclusion. Then Dream's fans went after the moderators. Death threats, harassment, doxing, personal information posted online, families contacted, jobs threatened. The moderators had to go private. Some of them left the speedrunning community entirely. And Dream stayed silent for months. 5 months passed. December 2020. Dream had gone from 14 million subscribers to 20 million. He was bigger than ever. His fans had rallied around him. They believed he was innocent. They believed the moderators were corrupt. They believed the speedrunning community was out to get him. Then, one night, Dream posted a document, not on YouTube, Not on Twitter. On Pastebin, a plain text website where people post code snippets and random notes. It was long. It was rambling. It was a confession. In our challenge videos before version 1.16, we always increased Enderman spawn rates and pearl drop rates out of convenience. It made the videos better. When 1.16 came out, the developer made a mod for our videos that slightly increased drop rates. I didn't know it was still running during my speedrun attempts. It was an accident. An accident. The mod that tripled his drop rates. The mod that gave him 1 in 7.5 trillion odds. An accident. He said the mod was supposed to be for his challenge videos. The ones where he does crazy things for entertainment, not for his speedrun attempts. But somehow it was still active. He didn't check. He didn't verify. He just ran the game and started playing. The speedrunning community didn't buy it. A lot of his fans didn't buy it. But Dream apologized. He asked his fans to stop harassing the moderators. He said he wanted to move on. He said he accepted the decision. He did move on. He's still one of the biggest creators in the world. 30 million subscribers. His fans still love him. His merchandise still sells. His tours still sell out. In the broader YouTube world, the scandal barely made a dent. But in the speedrunning community, his name is forever tainted. The biggest scandal in speedrun history, they called it. A stain on the community. A reminder that even the biggest creators aren't above suspicion.
We came to win! No respawn!
No jail time for Dream. No fines, no bans from YouTube. But his reputation was damaged, maybe forever. Every time he uploads a speedrun, there will be people who remember. Every time the community talks about fair play, his name comes up, even if you get away with it. The shadow never really leaves. What do all these stories tell us? Tokyogurl Cheerio, Dream, Team Old School. The millions of accounts banned from Pubg every month. The Roblox exploiters. The Free Fire hackers. They tell us that esports has grown up. And when something grows up, the rules change. In 2025, the global esports market was worth nearly $2 billion. That's not counting the games themselves. That's just the competitive scene. The tournaments, the sponsorships, the merchandise, the tickets, the broadcasting rights. When there's $2 billion on the line, cheating isn't just a game anymore. It's fraud. It's theft. It's taking money and opportunity away from people who earned it fair and square. The game companies know this. They're spending millions on anti-cheat systems. Pubg Mobile's anti-cheat uses machine learning to detect unusual patterns. It looks at movement, aiming, loot collection, everything. It catches over 2 million accounts a month. And every month, 2 million new cheaters create new accounts and try again. It's like whack-a-mole. You hit one, another pops up. Free Fire's anti-cheat system is similar. They ban hundreds of thousands of accounts every month. They've banned entire teams from tournaments. They've permanently banned players from the competitive scene. But still, the cheaters come. Then there's Roblox. 200 million players, most of them kids. Roblox has to protect them. Not just from cheating, but from the dangers that come with it. Some exploits are harmless. Some are designed to steal accounts, steal items, steal money. Some are designed to do worse. Roblox's Hyperion anti-cheat system is one of the most sophisticated in gaming. It runs at the kernel level, deep in your operating system, to detect modified clients. When someone gets banned on Roblox, they lose everything. If they try to bypass the ban with a new account, Hyperion can detect that too. Hardware bans, IP bans, the works. Is it perfect? No, nothing is. But it's getting better. As it gets better, the cheaters get more desperate. Why do people cheat? What's going on inside someone's head when they download an aimbot or install a wall hack? For some, it's laziness. They want to win without putting in the work. They want the dopamine hit of a victory screen without the hours of practice. Instant gratification, no effort. For others, it's frustration. They've been playing for months. They've practiced. They've improved, but they keep losing. After the 10th loss, the 20th loss, the 100th loss, something breaks. They think everyone else must be cheating. If they're cheating, why shouldn't I? That's a dangerous thought. Once you start down that road, it's hard to stop. For some, it's about proving something. They want to be seen as the best. They want the recognition, the fame, the followers. If they can't get there by skill, they'll get there by any means necessary. Dream had 30 million subscribers, one of the most successful creators in the world, and he still felt the need to cheat, to have that edge, to be the best. And for some, they cheat because they don't think it's wrong. They see it as part of the game. Everyone's doing it. The game's broken anyway. The developers don't care. It's not real. It's just a game. But when people have spent thousands of hours practicing, when people have invested their time, their energy, their passion, when there's prize money on the line, or college scholarships, or career opportunities, when you cheat in a game, you're not just breaking rules. You're stealing something intangible but real. You're stealing someone else's victory, someone else's moment, someone else's chance. Tokyogurl was already successful. She had followers, sponsors, a career. She was representing her country. She was on the biggest stage of her life, and she threw it all away. Maybe it was pressure, the pressure to win, the pressure to perform, the pressure to live up to expectations. Maybe she convinced herself that everyone else was doing it. Maybe she convinced herself that it wasn't really cheating, just optimizing. Maybe she didn't think she'd get caught, but she did get caught. And the price she paid was everything. What happens next as games get bigger, as esports gets more professional, as the money gets larger? What's being done to stop the cheaters? Anti-cheat systems are getting smarter. Pubg Mobile's anti-cheat uses machine learning. It looks at thousands of data points from every player: movement, aiming, reaction times, loot patterns, and builds a profile of what normal looks like. When something deviates, it flags it. Free Fire uses a similar system. They call it the Garena anti-cheat system. It runs in the background, monitoring for known exploits, detecting modified clients, watching for unusual behavior. When it catches someone, the ban is immediate. Not after the match, not after an investigation. Right then, in the middle of the game, you're in the final circle. You've got your aimbot running. You're about to win. Suddenly, you're kicked out. Your account is banned. Everything you've built, gone in an instant. But the cheaters adapt. They always do. When one exploit gets patched, they find another. When one cheat client gets detected, they build a new one. It's an arms race. It's never going to end.
Now.
There's a new approach being tested in some games: AI-driven observation. Instead of just detecting cheats, AI watches players' behavior over time. It learns how they play. It builds a pattern. When that pattern changes, when a player suddenly starts playing like a professional, it flags the account for review. This catches the subtle cheaters, the ones who aren't flying across the map or snapping to heads, the ones who are just a little too good. The ones who might be using more sophisticated cheats that don't trigger traditional detection. Some companies are taking a different approach. Instead of just banning cheaters, they're suing them. Epic Games, the maker of Fortnite, has sued multiple cheat developers for millions of dollars. They've won. The cheat developers have had to shut down. Some have had to pay damages. Bungie, the maker of Destiny, has done the same. They've sued cheat sellers for copyright infringement, for violating the terms of service, for damaging their game's reputation. They've won settlements in the millions. The message is clear. Cheat development is not a safe business. If you're caught, you're not just facing a ban, you're facing a lawsuit, possibly bankruptcy. So what can you do about cheating? As a player, as a member of the gaming community, what's your role? First, report cheaters when you see them. It seems small. It seems like it doesn't matter. But every report helps. Anti-cheat systems use player reports to train their models. They use them to identify new exploits. They use them to catch people who might otherwise slip through. Second, don't buy cheats. Don't download them. Don't use them. Even if you're curious. Even if it's just for fun. Every time someone buys a cheat, they're funding the people who ruin games for everyone else. Third, don't engage with cheaters. Don't argue with them in chat. Don't give them the attention they're seeking. Report them and move on. Cheaters want a reaction. Don't give them one. Fourth, support the developers who are fighting cheating. When a game announces a new anti-cheat system, when they ban thousands of accounts, when they sue cheat developers, that's work, that's effort, that's money spent to protect your experience. Acknowledge it, appreciate it. Fifth, talk about cheating. Not in a way that glorifies it, not in a way that spreads cheat names or exploit instructions, but in a way that normalizes the idea that cheating is wrong, that it's not just a harmless prank, that it hurts real people. And finally, if you've cheated in the past, stop. It's not too late. Delete the cheats. Start fresh. Play fair. You might lose more. You might rank lower. But when you win, you'll know you earned it. And that feeling is better than any cheat can give you. So the next time you're playing PUBG and you see someone with aimbot, or you're in Free Fire and someone is speed hacking across the map, or you're in Minecraft and someone's drop rates seem a little too good, report them. Not because you want them to go to prison, they probably won't, but because every time someone gets away with cheating, it hurts everyone who plays fair. Tokyogurl and Cheerio are in a detention center in Thailand. 3 months for cheating in a video game. They lost their careers, their reputations, their futures. Dream lost his reputation in the speedrunning community. 30 million subscribers couldn't save him from that. Team Old School lost their spot in a tournament with $100,000 on the line. All because one player wanted an edge he didn't need. 2 million accounts banned from PUBG every month. Hundreds of thousands from Free Fire. Permanent bans from Roblox. Lawsuits from Epic and Bungie. Prison sentences from Thailand. The message is clear. Cheating has consequences. And as the gaming industry grows, as esports becomes more legitimate, as the money gets bigger, those consequences will only get more severe. What about you? Have you ever encountered a cheater that made you rage? Drop it in the comments. I read them all. And who knows, maybe your story will be in the next video. I'm Joker, and this has been the price of victory when cheating became a crime.